Hello and welcome to another What's Inside. This time we're looking at Escape Room, the game expansion pack. Welcome to Funland. This is from Spin Master in 2016. Aimed at ages 16 and up. Takes about an hour to play, and it's suggested for 3 to 5 players. Now you do need the core box set of Escape Room, the game, to make the most of this and to even use it at all. Inside we're going to find 3 envelopes with content, game boards, various play materials, and 8 hint cards. This will contain spoilers for those of you wanting to play, so be aware of that. I'll try and warn you ahead of time because there are envelopes with reveals and whatnots. I don't really know. All sorts of stuff in here, so get ready for that. But in the meantime, let's open up, see what we got. Now this originally went for about $10, and they were kind of hard to find, the expansions. So it might be difficult tracking these down at a reasonable price. So if you're picking up used, you'll want to make sure that it's complete, and that's why we're doing this video. These boxes are really cheap. They're just really trash cardboard that's easy to tear apart. So it'll probably be pretty heavily destroyed, and this stuff will be mixed in with other parts from the game. So we've got 3 envelopes. Here's a pack of cards and some other stuff. Problems or questions. There's a little sheet in here for Spin Master. Not particularly exciting. Then a little advert for Escape Room. I don't know if they did other expansions other than the 2. We looked at one previously, and this one I don't think they did, but I'm kind of surprised they didn't, actually. So here's the envelope for part 1. Then part 2. Then part 3. We will take a look at each one in turn. Let's look at the cards first. Again, this is your spoiler warning, so be aware of that. There are 8 cards here, so we'll look at these first and then we'll look at the envelopes. But this has been your spoiler warning, so if you're proceeding from here, you're probably cheating at the game. But nonetheless, we do need to know what's in these, so let's take a look. Okay, you've had your spoiler warning, so you've had time to click off. So let's see, here's our hint cards. So we got part 1. You do need the decoder for these, so there's that. Hint card number 2, part 1. Hint card number 3, part 2. Hint card number 4, part 2. Alright, next up is hint card number 6, part 2. Part 2 must be pretty long. Then hint card number 7 is part 3. Hint card number 8 is also part 3. Okay, let's take a look at the envelope for part 1. Alright, it says do not open until you've read the story on the envelope out loud. These are kind of a one-shot deal, so if you've played it once, you probably will know enough to ruin it for everyone else. So you don't want to do that. So again, this is going to contain a lot of spoilers. So let's see what's in this one. Contents are dressing room, monkey, 6 foods, maze lock, label, and green lock. Now these do not have any kind of sealant, these just open. So let's see what we've got here. Alright, these are perforated, so you're supposed to punch these out, I guess. It's got like a ticket here. And then, I don't know, is this supposed to be a tablet of some kind? And then use the monkey's name. But yeah, these are all perforated so they come out. So there's that. And there's this sheet. Also perforated, so all these pieces come out and the monkey can be separated. These are very thin, so they will come out very, very easily and be crinkled even easier, especially once they're removed. So that is very, very thin paper. Alright, then this is actually a map. So let's open this up. The back is just welcome to Funland, generic looking. And then we've got a large room. Let me try and zoom out. Okay, that's as good as I can get. Sorry about the glare. Try and adjust the map a little bit. But you've got what looks like a cage here with some tricks on it that you gotta do. Unlock it. There's a monkey. And then at the bottom of the map you've got a sink, some sort of lockers, floor mat, and some costumes with tags on them. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Like I said, the back's really boring. Just looks like the top of a tent. Patchwork, all that. Yeah, looks pretty cool. It's actually pretty decent quality compared to these little inserts. I thought this would be way worse than it is. But yeah, not bad at all. And the numbers on these are probably related to whatever happens in the game, as far as like trying to escape. Okay, so that's all that's in the envelope for part 1. Is these little things. Nothing else in there. And it says contents of the dressing room, that's the map. The monkey, 6 food snacks, maze lock, label, and green lock. So that's all this stuff. So let's take a look at pack 2. Okay, so here's part 2. Let's open this up, see what we've got. It's got some text on here. And of course it says do not open before you've entered the first correct code in the chrono decoder. So you do need some parts from the original box. So it's got that. And inside here we've got 7 playing cards, mirror with lamps, key card, door lock, card symbols, cloakroom, receipt, and string. Okay. I guess these are supposed to be key cards then? This is a key card. And then we've got 2 little things. And then there's puzzles on them. Then there's this cutout piece. One of the pieces isn't punched out on mine. That's supposed to be punched out, I think. And this says door lock on it. Then there's this card that's got notches in it. 3 on each side. On the top and bottom here, and 1 on the other sides. Looks like it's the same on both sides. Looks like it. Alright, and then we've got this deck of cards here. Some of them are different. So this one's got like a black thing there. So we'll look at these one by one. So there's the first one. That's the back. The front. There's a bowling pin on it. So the first one was yellow, this one's red. This one is purple. This one is pink. No black marks on the back of this one. And this one is green. This one's black. And the last card, this one has 2 black marks on it. And it's blue. Alright, that is all of part 2. Not a lot to it. Again, the paper here is very, very thin. It'll handle 1 use probably. Maybe 2 if you're real lucky. The cards are nice. They have cheap gloss on them, but they're good thickness at least. These pieces are really, really thin too. The fact this is perforated and that one piece wasn't knocked out kind of tells me these aren't going to hold up to much use either. So unfortunately, a lot of these components seem to be very, very, very poorly made. So let's get that out of the way and look at part 3. Now this one also has flavor text on it. Don't open before you've got the second code correct. And it's got a little flavor text thing. Inside here it says we have a map, bingo card, bumper cars, ticket, and cage. Alright, so we've got a little screen thing here. Not too exciting. It's a little thin, but it's okay. Then we've got a Ferris wheel ticket, some sort of switch thing, and a white box. Big blank box. On the back, it's got like a bingo card, ticket, and same switch thing. So the bingo card looks relatively innocuous, but that's how they would look, wouldn't they? Again, very, very thin, perforated, so it'll come out really easily. Then we've got our map. This is just a little fourfold. Back's very, very boring. I'll adjust the camera and maybe we could get a better shot of this. Now the art on here is not that bad, but it does look very 1995 digital art, so... And then there's a loud truck going by, of course. Happens a lot when I film. But the map quality itself isn't too bad. It's pretty solid, thick. A distinct contrast to the cheapness of these paper inserts. So, as far as the map goes, it's fine. It just looks a little bit dated. But that's the contents. And that is what is inside to the Welcome to Funland Escape Room expansion pack. It's a real mixed bag as far as quality goes. Those little paper inserts are really cheap, but the maps seem like they're good, and the cards are average. So I don't know why they made those so thin for the punch-outs. They could have made those cardboard. I think it would have been a lot better. Especially because these are going for about $10 when they were new. I don't know what they're going for now. I think $10 is pretty high for what you're getting in there. And considering how hard it was to find these, they were usually going for 15 to 20 online. So I managed to find them at Walmart, but we just never got around to playing the game. So they just kind of sat here. And I was really disappointed by that because the game looks really fun. And these scenarios actually look pretty good. But you really needed the core box to play, and if people weren't going to play that, it's hard to justify spending an extra $10 to $20 for an expansion, you know. But I would definitely say if you're into the escape room stuff, these are pretty good for that, but you're going to be able to do it once, and maybe twice if you really are gentle with this stuff. But if you're playing with your friends, playing like a beer and pretzels game, especially teenagers, these things are going to get destroyed real quick. One spilled soda and you're done playing this game forever. So it's kind of a one-shot experience, but if you're real into the escape room stuff, I think it'd be fine. So it might be worth checking out if you're a diehard escape room fan. But otherwise, it's a pretty mixed bag. But we've seen what's in the box. You've heard my take on it. Thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss future unboxings and reviews. If you'd like to help me out in other ways, you can pick yourself something up nice from the merch store or support me on Patreon or Streamlabs or other links that are in the description. And as always, thank you for watching, and we hope to see you on the next one.